Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, April 17th, 2018. I'm Deandre Hogg, and welcome to our Texan TV newscast. In campus news, today is Student Giving Day here at Tarleton. You can give to one of these organizations listed on the flyer. Student activities needs stated that the funds go directly to enhancing the student experience. Give today if you have the chance. In local news, the Empire Tribune reports that the average retail gas prices in Texas have risen 6.9 cents per gallon in the past week, averaging about $2.48 per gallon. Yesterday, according to Gas Buddy's daily survey of more than 13,000 gas stations in Texas, this compared with the national average that has increased 5.2 cents per gallon in the last week to $2.71. For today's Texas national and international news, a state senator from San Antonio who was convicted on 11 counts of money laundering and wire and security frauds has surrendered his license to practice law. The San Antonio Express news reports that the state senator Carlos Orestes will have been disbarred after his June sentencing anyway, but chose to voluntarily submit his resignation March 23rd. His resignation was accepted by the State Bar of Texas Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel in the same day, then by the Texas Supreme Court on Tuesday. The 54-year-old San Antonio Democrat was found guilty February 22nd of the security frauds, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and money laundering, among other charges over his involvement in roles at the now defunct oil field company. Orestes has resisted calls to resign his state Senate seat. In national news, Starbucks wants to add training for store managers on unconscious bias. CEO Kevin Johnson said Monday his activists held more protests at Philadelphia stores where two black men were arrested after employees said they were trespassing. Johnson, who has called the arrest reprehensible, arrived in Philadelphia this weekend after video of the incidents gained traction online. He said he hopes to meet with the two men in the next couple of days and apologize face to face. I'd like to have a dialogue with them and the opportunity to listen to them with compassion and empathy through the experience they went through, said Johnson, who has been CEO for about a year. Stuart Coney, the lawyer for the two men, said he hopes something productive for the community can come out of such a meeting. And international news, Syrian and Russian authorities prevented independent investigators from going to the scene of a suspected chemical attack. The head of the chemical watchdog group said Monday, blocking the international efforts to establish what happened and who was to blame. The U.S. and France said they have evidence that poison gas was used in the April 7 attack in the opposition-held town of Damaa, killing dozens of people. That the Syrian President Bashar Assad military was behind it, but they had made none of the evidence public, even after they, along with the Britain bomber sites that they said were linked to the Syria chemical weapon program. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. The National Weather Service says Oklahoma is dealing with its most dangerous wildfire conditions in at least a decade. Heat, wind, and low humidity are all fueling massive fires. A federal judge says she may appoint a neutral lawyer to determine if items seized from President Trump's personal attorney are protected by attorney-client privilege. The judge also told prosecutors to begin cataloging evidence. President Trump is set to meet with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida this week. They're expected to discuss trade and Trump's upcoming meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. And the National Weather Service confirms that a tornado with 135-mile-an-hour winds tore through Greensboro, North Carolina. That Sunday night storm is blamed for one death, and it knocked out power to thousands. Shirley Smith, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports, the MLB Cleveland Indians have donated $37,000 for hurricane relief efforts in Puerto Rico. In September, the team decided to donate a playoff share to the relief efforts on the islands, which was devastated by Hurricane Maria, and where a large area remains without power. The donation made Monday, along with $4,000 given by the Cleveland Indians Wife Association, will go directly to the communities where Indians all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor and catcher Roberto Perez grew up. The Indians are in Puerto Rico to play a 2-game series this week against the Minnesota Twins. Perez and Lindor made trips to Puerto Rico during the offseason, donating time and some of their own money for bottled water and other goods. Lindor took part in a baseball clinic Monday for kids at his grade school. For the weather, we will turn to Brianna McCarty.
Today's weather is a high of 92 and a low of 59, mostly sunny.
This has been a production of the Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apple G channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texansnews.net for all your local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by Brianna McCarty, Joe Leach, and Kaylin Rivera. Have a wonderful day, Texans.